So my MAGA work buddies have been oddly quiet. I don't think they have said Donald Trump's name in 2 weeks. I haven't heard them saying anything political. Nothing. Zippo. Zero. So I don't know what's going on. They're just, talking about their regular stuff they talk about amongst themselves. The job, their kids, whatever. But, yeah, quiet. Crickets.
And I think it's gonna last for some time because the finding out season has just begun. Silence often speaks louder than any noise. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by once again and tuning into my WhatsApp channel. So, in today's video,
Hey guys, I've been away for a little bit because, everything's on fire. Every piece of news that comes out is like, fuck, we told you, we fucking told you. We told you groceries weren't going to get lower, and then the fuck they said it. And then now, a sexual assaulter is going to be part of, or in charge of the military, as if the military doesn't already have a problem with sexual assault. And, billionaires, a guy who is worth $400 billion is going to take away your grandma, your mom's Social Security, veterans benefits. It's all fucking a dumpster fire. And we told you this shit was going to happen. And frankly, like, my heart just was too broken to even be on here. But yeah, and I figured, why not? My dog's with me. And she always makes me feel better. Say hi, Lily. And I just want to say, we've got 2 years, and hopefully this country isn't a complete fucking disaster, and in 2 years we can fucking get some people out, put some better people in. We'll see. We can't stop fighting. We can't stop, trying to make sure things go well for us. So, anyways, my friends, my blue friends, my independent friends, my anti-orange friends, let's all stick together. Just try to do better and try to find ways to fight back.
well, I'm not sure what she means by 2 years, but one thing is certain, it's gonna be a long ride. So, you had better buckle up.
At the curb, and she stopped me and she goes, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Good, how are you? It's good to see you, whatever." We started talking about, Christmas shopping and whatever. And my dogs love her, so they were all over her. And so we were just talking for a while. Anyway, she goes, "I voted for Donald Trump." Which, based upon where I live, you don't need to say it out loud. I know. I know that you voted for him. Like, it's not a secret. You don't have to tell me. I know. Anyway, she goes, "But I'm not really liking some of the stuff that's going on." And I was like, "Miss K, what are you talking about?" Miss K's not her real name. That's just what we'll call her. Anyway, my goodness. Anyway, I told her, I was like, "Miss K, you're gonna have to tell me what you're talking about." And she goes, I like Donald Trump. I like that he says what he wants to say, and he means what he says, which I'm not even going to get into that. I didn't touch that with a 10-foot pole because I could argue with her all day how he never means what he says and he never follows through on the promises he makes. But that's beside the point. Anyway, she goes, some of the cabinet picks that he's picking are just kind of outrageous to me. And I was like, oh, I think she might actually be like clicking back to life a little bit. And I was like, okay. She goes, like, none of them are qualified. Like, none of them even like should be holding a position of power at all. And now somehow they're holding like the most important positions of power. And I was like, And she goes, don't even get me started on the guy that he picked to, run the FBI. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. And she goes, I don't want to sound like some crazy conspiracy theorist, but it's seeming like he's picking these people to be put in positions of power so he can just take over. And I was like, seems that way, yeah. Seems that way. And she goes, I just can't believe, that I voted for him thinking that he was going to be what's best for the country. And I said, hey, to be fair, Miss Kay, a lot of people felt that way and still do feel that way. And I said, and we can make speculations all day long about what he will or what he won't do, but the truth is we don't know. At the end of the day, we have no idea until he is president and he is, starting to make decisions that will affect us and whatever, like I can't read the future. I don't know what he's going to do, And she goes, you're right. I'm trying not to, what did she say? Oh, it was funny. Oh, she goes, I'm trying not to be a doomsday prepper. and I was like, hey, listen, I get it. It's all scary, whatever. I said, I'm just trying to think positively. Like, you listen to the news and you hear stuff on social media and you hear people's opinions. And who knows? Oh, I said, who knows what it's really going to be like? I don't know, And I'm just trying to remain positive. That's all I can do. She goes, you're right. Anyway, and we parted ways, and she yelled down the street at me, and she goes, I think I'm going to register as an independent. Which made me laugh anyway. And I'm sure she yelled it loud enough that I'm sure other people who were bringing out their trash cans heard her, and I'm sure she's going to get all sorts of questions on that later. But it was just fun. Anyway, so like the good news is people are seeing that maybe he wasn't the best choice, right? The bad news is it's a little too late. And here's the thing. If you're one of the people who is really thinking the worst case scenario, right? I get it. Prepare for the worst, right? And hope for the best, right? Which I get. But while I am preparing for the worst, I'm also trying to be really, really optimistic, right? Because there's no point. I can't read the future. You can't read the future. We can make our best guess. We can listen to professionals who are making educated guesses, but the truth is at the end of the day, we never know until it's actually happening. So my message to you is to remain positive.
This is how I know you guys do not know how to read the room and understand how dangerous a Trump presidency actually is and what it means going forward. This is not just going to be 4 years. Trump has the presidency, the Supreme Court, the House, and the Senate, and he's appointing a bunch of his sycophantic loyalists to his administration. The next person that comes after Trump will be just as extreme, if not more so, than Trump is already. If you think this stops after 4 years, then you do not know or have a grasp of how to read the room and when it comes down to American politics. Trump incited a riot 4 years ago where he stormed the Capitol building because he's a sore loser and got away with it scot-free. He has several pending cases in which he has been convicted on that are being slowly washed away because he's the president again. He has vowed to go after his political enemies and anybody that looked at him unfavorably in the election, even by going after pollsters and independent journalists along with that, as well as major, networks. This is not just a 4-year game that we are playing, okay? This is 10 plus years, okay? He has already had 3 Supreme Court picks, and by the end of this, by the time that a couple of them are up for retirement, he would have picked half of the Supreme Court by the time he's done with this presidency. Also, side note, it wasn't black people that voted for this fascist. It was your own community. So instead of you sitting up here trying to say, well, we're going to remember who was against this, then you need to start with your own community because they're right here. You see that? That's y'all. Why don't you figure that out first before you come up here? Because last time I checked, this line was more blue than this one. So you got a lot of work to do over here first before you want to get up here.
I really don't know, y'all. I think it's a little bit too early to be finding out what you think. you might have done that you want to change, it ain't gonna change. It's not gonna be possible. Like one of the creators said, we can only be positive. You think about the bright side and you hope for the best. Really, really hope for the best. Because no matter what we say now, no matter what we do now, we can only speculate and hope. And really, really hope that everything works out the way we planned in our mind that it would work out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think all these talks are just talks? Do you think there's more to come? Do you think the finding out season has just begun? What do you think in the comment section? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe. Ciao.